Yes, it's off to Contact in the Desert in Indian Wells, California, May 31st to June 3rd, 2019. This, of course, is Stonehenge, but independent researchers have discovered that Stonehenge is 12,000 years old, not the 4,500 years old that most academics think. And then we have the giant wall of stones at Ollantaytambo in Peru, 70 tons apiece. And Kiarumiark, located outside of Cusco, Peru, of unknown origin in terms of who built it. Then, of course, we have Pumapunku, one of the most mysterious sites on Earth. These are the famous H blocks, and each H block is of a different shape and size, different proportion. Some people think that they're cast concrete, but they are stone. And this intriguing location called Kenuani, located right next to Lake Titicaca in Peru. Once again, it's unknown who built it and even how old it is. It's an incredible series of staircases and flat surfaces carved out of compressed volcanic ash. But who made it and when? And the enigmatic fertility temple, also located near Lake Titicaca in Peru. The Chulpa Towers, located also near Lake Titicaca. There are many of them. Some are relatively primitive in form like this, but others are up to 30 to 40 feet tall, and the stones fit together perfectly. And Silustani, also close to Lake Titicaca. You can see that the stones still fit almost perfectly together, and it looks like this site was hit by a giant cataclysm in ancient times. And of course, Easter Island. 950 of these stone moai figures. Each one of the so-called heads is a complete body. As well as Little Kenko, located just above the ancient Inca city of Cusco. Here we have strange stones that have been shaped with unknown technology, as well as a massive megalithic wall, attributed to the Inca, but in fact inherited by the Inca. So who were the original constructors? The more I travel in Peru, the more enigmatic ancient places I discover, such as this structure. You can see the adobe construction above, but megalithic below. And this, again, attributed to the Inca, but in fact inherited by the Inca. The Inca then reconstructed it, and once the Spanish arrived, a church was built on top of it. But who was there first? And here in the same location in the highlands of Peru, an ancient megalithic structure rebuilt by the Inca and then rebuilt again by archaeologists in modern times. The stone is basalt. The location of the quarry is unknown. And Egypt, of course, is full of mysteries, such as this item on display in the main archaeological museum in Cairo, called the schist disc. But what was its original function? and the Osirion, located at Abydos, built on purpose underground in pre-dynastic times. It's like many locations we visit. We see the work that the dynastic people did, which was much, much cruder than the original megalithic work. So who were these megalithic builders? The same as in Peru, or different? And the Serapeum at Saqqara, 2 underground tunnels in which we find 30 niches. And inside 25 of these niches, these massive 100-ton granite boxes made with astonishing levels of precision. And on the surface, very crude hieroglyphics. The hieroglyphics were done during dynastic times, but the box and the boxes are much, much older. As well as the enigmatic Osiris shaft, located on the Giza Plateau. There are 3 of these shafts, and with special access, which we do get, we can go 200 feet down in the limestone bedrock. And at the bottom, we find this pool of water, and this man, Yusuf, our guide, is standing on a giant stone box that he estimates weighs between 60 and 80 tons, with the lid still on. And of course, the enigmatic Great Sphinx, also located on the Giza Plateau. But it's not really an enigma anymore, because geologists have figured out that the vertical weathering and excessive weathering on the surface of the Sphinx and the Sphinx enclosure indicates that it is a minimum of 12,000 years old. That's 7,000 years older than the dynastic Egyptians. So thanks to independent researchers and the use of scientific methods, we're gradually making more and more of the so-called enigmatic stone works of the world. Their knowledge is coming back and is coming to light. And that is why I welcome you to come and join me at Contact in the Desert, May 31st to June 3rd, 2019 in Indian Wells, California, where I will be giving 2 lectures. One will be about all of these sites that you've seen, as well as many, many more in other parts of the world. And then another talk will be about the enigmatic Paracas elongated skulls and all of the DNA results that have been achieved so far, including fresh evidence that will be shown for the first time at Contact in the Desert in Indian Wells, California. By the way, did you know that the Sphinx could very well be hollow? There's a ladder right inside there. So please consider coming to Contact in the Desert. There will also be a video available for sale afterwards.